Hey, it's Eileen from Learning to the Core. I just wanted to share today about one of my most favorite things to do in the classroom that I highly recommend beginning right at the beginning of the school year. It's having reading leaders in your guided reading group. So I'm just going to share how I do that. So this is our strategy bucket, and one of the jobs of the reading leaders for each guided reading group is to share a reading strategy that they recommend for that day before we read our new story. So here is a closer look at each of our reading strategies. This poster I just have right next to the bucket, and the students grab it when it's their turn to be the reading leader after they've done the picture walk, and they show the different strategies that the kids can use. They pick that thing out of the bucket. So if they're going to recommend looking at the pictures, they'll pick the camera out of the bucket and say, today's reading strategy that I suggest is to look at the pictures to help you figure out difficult words. So those are the 5 main ones that I focus on with them for most of the year, depending on the age of the students and their reading abilities, but these ones are the ones that we refer to most often. So these are some of the different jobs that a reading leader has during our guided reading groups. They get our materials, so that might be grabbing the books from the shelf for the day. They're in charge of doing the picture walk for a story, so they always come to sit in my spot at the head of the table, and they walk through the story just like I would, looking at the pictures, giving a little preview of some of the characters they think. So it's kind of just sharing out what they think the story is going to be about. And I'll assist here if the student's totally off track and give them guiding questions or anything like that to help them really be able to share what the book is actually going to be about. They also can help with the word work, whether it's coming up with some words after I give a starting idea. So let's say if we're working on words that have short vowel I sound in them, I might say one and then ask if they can say another word that the students can make with their word work manipulatives. They also can provide reminders to other students. So this is something as simple as saying like, okay, remember when we're reading today, that everyone needs to be whisper reading and paying attention to their own story. So things that I would normally say, they're used to hearing me say, they then are in charge of sharing those ideas. They also can do the strategy reminder like I just shared. And then the next piece is actually asking questions about the text. So they're the ones who are really leading the discussion, again, with a little help from me that you'll see more about in just a sec. So here is the very simple reading leaders page that I have also up on the wall behind me that I use as a rotation to make sure that each student actually gets a chance to be a reading leader. So basically, if you have, let's say, 4 kids in your first group, every 4 weeks, that student will again get to be the reading leader. So I just write their names on the list under each group, and they know, okay, if Johnny was the reading leader last week and I'm listed under Johnny, then that means that it's my week this time. And they love this opportunity. They can't wait when it's their turn till it's their turn again to be the reading leader. So it's a really great way to get your students excited about reading groups and really taking ownership of the strategies that they're using and just in general with being strong with the stories. So this is, like I said at the end, they do the actual discussion. So here I always use to provide some question stems for the students to begin with. So I have some written down already that I keep up on our table that they can read, or I can help them read to get them started. And then they finish it with something more specific about the story. I also have their little question cards that they've written that are just question starters like how, why, who, to also help them come up with good questions to ask each other. And then as well, I have the answer stems on the back of that flip chart. So they, again, can get the other kids to start answering and responding to the questions in a way that's really showing that they're digging deeper into the text and understanding good ways to answer questions. So this is just one thing I highly recommend. All these are freebies on my blog, so I will attach a link so you can grab those if you are interested in starting reading leaders in your room. Thanks so much. Have a great day.